pieces of me everywhere. That way, when you realize you have it in you to miss me, you wouldn't. Because you will find me in tables we sat in, on streets we walked hand in hand, on fragrances we talked about, on words we exchanged, on pages we read, and in the bingsu we never got the chance to eat, in the eyes of the attention-seeking dog you hate, in the cottage-like house with a garden we never got to build, in the eyes of the child we never got to raise. I leave pieces of me everywhere. That way, when you realize you have it in you to miss me, you wouldn't. This is just in case you do, but just like you said, you wouldn't.
We're here with Pam. So Pam, kindly introduce yourself first.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Pam Tria of Mukna Collective. I am a spoken word poetry artist and a writer.
Nice. So spoken word poetry, but kanina kumanta ka. So let's say you're also a songwriter now, right?
We'll see.
Okay. So I just have some few questions for you. So you mentioned that you're already you're a spoken word artist, and kanina kumanta ka rin. So can I just ask, what is your poem writing process and also your songwriting process? Because I think I believe you sang a song kanina. That's an original song, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell us about something about your songwriting and your poem writing process?
Well, for my poem writing process, actually, wala akong masasabing. I mean, I don't have a process that I would call kasi it just comes into my mind at random moments.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, when I wrote about a piece about a kite, it's just me washing the dishes and then I saw a kite and then I thought, yung process ng paggawa ng kite, you put pieces together and then you remove pieces of it if it's dragging it down na hindi siya nakakalipad ng maayos. So, sabi ko, that's poetic. And then I'll write about it. I don't have a process at all and I don't follow the rules of writing a poem. I don't rhyme with my poetry. So, yun, parang feeling ko ako yung bandit na na writer ng poetry. And then sa pagsusulat ng kanta, it's my first time writing a song.
Congratulations.
And thank you so much. It's just a poem I wrote and then a friend told me that he will be making it a song. And then it took him a while. So sabi ko, I'll just take it into my own hands and write a song out of it. And then that's how it came to life.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier na parang wala kang rules na pina-follow.
Yeah.
So I think that's one good thing about art, right?
Yeah.
There's no really rule when you're doing something. And like what you mentioned before, like yung mga simpleng bagay lang, di ba? Sometimes it's the mundane things that inspires you to create something.
Yeah.
And there's this one poem that you wrote about like riding the bus.
Yeah.
Which I think, di ba, how can you make something so poetic out of it?
Yeah.
Just by riding the bus, di ba? Which I think is very ang galing lang kasi 'di ba sometimes when we write something parang dapat it always have to be something so grand. And when I read that piece you made about riding the bus, parang medyo na-touch na ako because somehow I can relate to that piece that you made.
Okay.
So yeah, and sa songwriting process naman, is it your first time writing a song?
Yeah, it is my first time writing a song na hindi for school purposes, ganun. It's the first time that I wrote a song na I wanted to write a song.
So is there any difference when you're writing a poem and when you're writing a song? May pagkakaiba ba?
Yes, of course. Kasi kapag sumusulat ka ng kanta, of course, kailangan mo siyang lapatan ng tono eh. And thankfully, I have yung friend ko nga na yun, ginawa niya na ako ng riff. So parang yung words, parang ni-recycle ko na lang siya para gawing song. And then, it's difficult kasi, yun nga, you have to rhyme when you write a song. And yung sa poetry writing ko, I don't rhyme. kasi feeling ko kapag ka nagsusulat ako ng poetry that has to rhyme, it sounds forced for me.
Yes.
For me at least, of course. But then, that's the challenge when you're writing a song. It has to rhyme. It has to follow a certain rule.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you're writing a poetry, you have the absolute freedom to write about whatever topic you want to write about. And then you mentioned, yun nga, yung pagsulat ko ng poetry, I write poetry because I want to make poetry out of the mundane things.
Yes.
Di ba yung kagaya yung pagsakay ng bus?
Uh-huh.
Parang, it's an everyday thing that we do.
Yeah.
Tapos parang naisip ko lang na, bakit ganito yung nararamdaman ko pag naririnig ko yung pagkaripas ng bus?
Mm-hmm.
Sabi ko, it's so poetic na na pwede natin siyang, we can see it in a different light.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So if you want to read a poem,
Yeah, go ahead.
check it out on my page.
Di ba may page ka?
Yes, I do have a page.
And I mean, ang ganda lang kasi, personally, when it comes to even songs or poetry, hindi ako masyadong fan ng sobrang grand, like so extravagant masyado. I want the little details, the things that you do every day, like what you mentioned before.
Kasi yun yung intimate eh.
Yes, exactly.
Yun yung intimate na parang out on broad daylight, parang makikita natin siya as is. Tapos kapag ginawa, I want to write poetry na yung something very ordinary. May deeper meaning
Exactly.
siya. May deeper meaning siya.
I mean, I just like to add, kasi minsan pag everyday mo ginagawa, parang nawawala yung meaning because it's just so ordinary. And when you write a poem about it, parang, oh my God, parang there's something so poetic about the things you do every day, which is actually beautiful, diba? And talking about poetry or your song, about your songwriting, do you have any dream collaborations with different artists? Because I know sometimes you go to Manila to watch your favorite spoken word artists. Are there any collabs that you want to do soon?
Yeah, of course. Sa spoken word poetry artists, of course, I would be, oh my God, parang if ever man mag-collab kami, parang after the collaboration, after ma-produce yun, parang pwede na talaga akong mamatay. If ever. That would be Sir Leandro Reyes and Miss Mai Cantillano. And then sa mga singer-songwriters naman, since kasi napapadalas ang collaborations niya with spoken word poetry artists, I would say na it would be Andre Agas, na kasamahan din nila sa Third Thursdays in Manila. And hopefully, madala namin sila dito sa Bicol.
Looking forward, and hopefully mangyari yung mga collab na gusto mong gawin. We're looking forward to that. And another question, sino yung mga influences mo, be it international or local, sino yung mga influences mo when it comes to poetry writing or songwriting?
Sa poetry writing, actually I don't have influences na talagang well-known. I just have this friend back in junior high school who is a really, really great poetry writer. I'm not sure if it's still active, pero ang name niya kasi na ginagamit niya for poetry writing is Misha Writes. Misha Writes. I don't know if it's still active, pero talagang as in, nung junior high school kasi parang feeling ko, ang bobo pa ako, no? As in, late bloomer kasi talaga ako eh. Tapos yun, feeling ko, hindi ko pa nakikita yung magandang bagay sa mundo nun. Pero siya, parang at an early age, nakikita niya na yun. Tapos parang nare-realize ko, ang ganda sa feeling na people can relate to what you write. Kasi everybody relates to everything she writes.
Exactly.
Ganon.
And even yung mga poetry mo din, di ba?
Yeah,
Just like the bus,
thankfully.
you relate to that. Ang ganda.
Thankfully,
So,
mga nakaka-relate doon.
And maganda din yung hindi ka natatakot mag-express ng mga words, di ba?
Yeah.
You have these pieces na pag piniperform mo minsan, like, hindi naman mga mura, pero di ba, wala ngang rules, di ba? That's something so beautiful about writing poetry because there are no rules. Pwede kang magmura, di ba? So I really like that when you use those words during your performance. Sabi ko, sobrang brave ni Pam because kahit, di ba, hindi naman natin ma-expect lahat na fan ng poetry or fan ng songs na kinakanta natin, and then bigla kang may sasabihin na ganung word. Sabi ko, wow, that's so brave of her. And I really appreciate that, di ba?
I would like to add din, may narinigan ako, I forgot kung sino eh, pero may narinigan ako actually, parang it enlightened me. Kasi sabi niya, yung everyday life natin, parang yun yung performance natin. Tapos kapag nasa stage na tayong mga performers, dito tayo nagiging tunay na tayo.
Exactly.
Kasi dito tayo wala ng rules na dapat you have to behave in a certain way. Kapag me personally, when I perform, I talk about whatever I wanna talk about. I say whatever I wanna say. Kasi it's who I am.
Exactly.
It's what I want to express. Unlike kapag kayong daily life na you have to be careful, baka ma-offend ka, baka may masabi kang mali, baka may magawa kang mali, diba? I think yun yung yun yung reason why I perform, why I write, and why I do this general thing.
So, because how can you call it a form of expression kung mag-hold back ka naman sa mga sasabihin mo, di ba? So, dapat wala talaga eh. I mean, there are people who are very wholesome na ayaw ng mga nagmumura. Pero, come on guys, this is art. Come on, we're allowed to say this.
That's why we call this our safe space.
Exactly. We can say whatever we want. We can sing whatever we want because it's our form of expression. Diba? So thank you for that. And for my last question, are there any future projects para sa'yo?
Future projects, I'm thinking of, actually kanina ko lang siya naisip, diba?
Ngayon lang.
Napaka-random ko talaga. Kanina, naghugas na naman ako, naisip ko, sabi ko, I wanna publish talaga may poems, at least yung mga erotica pieces ko.
Exactly.
Gusto ko siyang gawing zine. Tapos, ang naisip ko is, small zine lang siya. Ganito kalaki. Tapos, pag tinanong ako ng mga tao, kasi ang itatitle ko dun is Tits and Bones. Tapos, pag tinanong ako ng mga tao, bakit maliit lang yung zine ko? Sasabihin ko, kasi maliit lang din yung tits ko.
Napaka-brilliant pa. Di ba? But yeah, I've been encouraging you to release your zine because ang dami mo nang sinulat. So, I hope magawa mo yun because alam mo, madami talagang fan ng zines.
Yeah.
Although dito sa atin sa partido.
Hindi siya well-known.
Oo, parang mga tao, what the hell is that?
Pero sa Manila dinadayo.
Madami. Sobrang daming mga artists. And hindi lang, minsan nga hindi lang mga poems, even mga mga pictures, mga drawings. Maganda because although I get it because dito sa area natin,
hindi siya ganun ka-appreciated.
Hindi, pero feeling ko pag nagawa mo, may sense of ng accomplishment.
Yes.
Mahawakan.
Something tangible.
Exactly. Mahawakan mo lang
wala
kahit.
pa ako nun eh.
Nung gumawa ako before, I mean, let me just share this. Nung gumawa ako before, binigay ko lang for free because alam ko naman na people here, they don't know actually, the thing about zines. Pero the fact na parang, okay, there's something tangible. So, masaya sa feeling because nahawakan mo and then kahit ikaw magbasa, maganda din siya. So, I'm hoping gawin mo na. Please, Pam, we're begging Pam to actually release her zine because she actually makes good poetry.
Thank you so much.
So, may mga gusto ka pa bang i-plug?
I hope we support other spoken word poetry artists, especially here in our locality. Namely, Parsolitsong, our friends from Parsolitsong are incredible spoken word poetry artists. I hope you check them out and support them, and I hope magkaroon pa tayo ng more platforms for spoken word poetry artists kasi we're trying to bring it to the mainstream. So, yeah.
May ka ba, like Facebook page where they can read your poems?
Yeah, I have Facebook pages. My English poems can be found at Tits and Bones on Facebook. And yung mga Tagalog poems ko naman is yung Ang Kalansay sa likod ng loob ng cabinet. And then yung mga Bicol poems ko naman is Buto.
Check it out. So thank you so much, Pam, for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay na po.
Okay na kami.
Okay na po.
Grabe yung pilit sa akin na. Sabi ko, mag-support lang ako. Napakanta mo. May interview pa ngayon. My goodness, kayo.
Okay na.